What's up, and welcome to yet another episode of the FPV Livestream. I'm Paul Nurkala, aka Nurk FPV. Anybody ready for fire?
I did that whole intro without any audio. Yeah, I'm actually pretty tired, so sorry about that ahead of time. No, I've got to build a Shendrones Squirt before tomorrow, and I figured that you guys might enjoy the build process and see kind of what I put into this, so that you can check out more about Cinewhoops and squirts and all that. So I thought you guys might enjoy being able to watch. It's going to be a pretty relaxed episode. I'm not going to really try to do any huge production, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll get through it. So if you have any questions about the build along the way, don't hesitate to ask and use the super chats and all that stuff. So yeah, that's really what it's all about. So I got some new motors for my second build here. These are the ooh, wow, that's bright. Rotor Geeks 1407 3600 kV. Rotor Geeks sent these out because they think that they're going to do better than the Brother Hobby ones. So I was like, yeah, sure. I would be more than happy to try them out. So we're going to work on putting those in there. Like the little box. We'll keep that aside. Just ordered mine last night. There you go. Yeah, Andy has been struggling a bit to keep up with the sudden demand of squirts. So that's cool. I'm glad that you know, he's getting the recognition that he deserves for them because they're awesome. It's a cool little tool. If you haven't seen my breakdown, my post, my YouTube, my video about it, the squirt and all that, I've put it in the description as well as all the parts that we're using, except the motors. The motors that I have in there are the ones on my older build, but they still work just great. These ones will hopefully be even better. Yeah, so if you have any questions, about the parts and stuff, it's all in the description below. But yeah, I just want this to be a chance for you guys to ask any questions that you want or whatever. I'm just going to be chunking away here. Oh, I was going to play some music too. Let me do that really quick. Do 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 do. Just something quiet in the background. Mood. Sort of like a chill, peaceful. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's probably too loud. How's that audio level wise? just for something in the background. I can change that up as you want. Trying to get anything better with this version than the last, or is it basically the same with new motors? It is basically the same with new motors. Did you ever use soft mount for motors? No. 3600 versus 32. I'm running 36. I feel like the extra KVs will be useful carrying all this extra weight, even if it's less efficient. There is a 20 by 20 stack mount now, yes. But people shouldn't be doing 20 by 20 anyway, because it's dim. Ah. Have you looked at the 2S whoops? No, I don't accept the Runcam Split or Cadex Turtle as alternatives to the GoPro. They just are nowhere near the quality of video that you need for the production value that you need to get out of it. Do you think Andy can get HQ to make specific props for the Squirt? That's a good idea, actually. Maybe. I know that there's plenty of manufacturers out there that would be interested in hearing an idea, at least. It's a really good idea. I'm actually meeting with him tomorrow, so I'll bring that up. 20 by 20? I don't know, they always seem to break on me. I just don't like them. That's not a very good reason, but... Hello from Russia. Always watch your videos and admire. Cool flag. Thanks, appreciate that. Let's go. Russia. Prost. That's all I know. Why not to Enox? Huh? Do. Hope you all went and checked your Windows notifications for that. Especially if you're on a Mac. Why not 2 inches? Oh, I see. Because 3 gives you enough power to carry big ass GoPro Hero 7s. Ooh, that sounds satisfying. This frame is different. Not really. It just has 20 by 20 mounting holes as well as 30 by 30. So it's essentially the same thing. It has 20 by 20 and 30 by 30. This is too big now, it's the exact same. Here's my other one. Don't know what you're talking about, but you're wrong. I carry a old and heavy GoPro 2 with a 2-inch. Cool. But does it fly well? I've learned most of what I know about building quads from you. Thanks, Nerk. You're welcome. Does duct improve the height control? If by height control you mean throttle or power, then sure. I can send you a video of it. Cool. Do it. It helps a lot to see the other one finished. How much less efficient is 3600 versus 32? I don't know, probably 20 seconds of battery, where the way I fly it, something like that. Is there anything that really competes with the GoPro? No. Not that I've seen. Closest thing would maybe be like the Insta360 One X. And even then, that's a far cry. Getting 45 minutes out of my squirt? Holy crap. What are you running, dude? Battery-wise. How many shens could a Shendrone shen if a Shendrone could shen shens? As many as he needs to. I hate it when that happens. Look at this. The actual like lock ring part of this just gave up. Never had that happen except with Hobbywing hardware. Hi Nerk, just saw your strim. Tell me what you put in. Parts. You can see all of the parts in the description below. Sorry, this is the boring part where I screw stuff in. How can we get back the session? I don't ever really see the session coming back, to be honest. It's the only people it's useful for is like us, because like, and you know, movie industry would rather have a screen on the back. For somebody like that's doing, you know, mountain biking or something, like the screen is not, like the size is not really becoming an issue for them, right? It's just another, you know, it's just another annoyance to have to pull out their phone while they're using it. So like, why do they care if it's like super duper small? So like, I see FPV as like the only industry that would ever really want the GoPro session. And it's a really small industry, right? You know, it's maybe 10,000 people in the United States that have GoPros for FPV. You can carry an Osmo Pocket with that thing. Yes, that would be awesome. I want to get one. 100% prefer the Hero over the Session now that I switch over. I mean, except for form factor, yeah, I'm with you on that. I just can't do a full GoPro, too much money in the air. That's what the warranty is for. I mean, it's still a good bit of money in the air, but it could be worse. Could be Canada. Because they don't have Best Buys. I've actually got to replace a GoPro tomorrow now that I think about it. I should have just gotten the drill out. Mountain bikers use them too, but it's not a like a competitive advantage for them to have, you know, have a session, right? Sure, it's nice, but it doesn't matter to them. They'll get the one with the better picture quality and the better stabilization, you know. I'm going to give you fair warning for your ears that I'm about to use a drill. Did you see the video of the guy at Muscle Beach? Yeah, of course. That's his name is Robert McIntosh, and he had to strip his GoPro down to get it to fly well, and I am unwilling to do that to a GoPro. I would rather just fly it as it is, sacrifice a little bit of weight. Speed controller. So I like to put it out the side on mine. So I want it to run in from the back here like this, and then oh, this is just in the way, isn't it? And then the capacitor can kind of be up here between the ducts, like that. So I'm gonna turn it the other way. So that's the way I have it on my other one. So this will be the front, this will be the back. HOA in the house. Last minute late night build. Yeah. I've got my, this is gonna be my backup for the week. How much will he weigh? I mean quad. The quad will weigh about 500 grams with a GoPro and a battery. As God intended. What props are you gonna put? HQ 4x4x3, cut down to 3.1 inches, basically. Okay. We need our iron. It's a lot better than using a chain of those nylon standoffs. Definitely agree. I've been doing this actually for a long time. The way I do it, because it's just so much better. So you cut down props. That is exactly what I'm saying. Do you mean 4 by 4.3 by 3? I don't know what I mean exactly. Something like that. 300-gram all-up weight Cinewhoop with session of 1407s. What's it with battery? Are you working on a drone? Yes. Yes, I am. What capacitor size? I don't know. It's whatever comes with the Hobby Wing stack. 35 volt, 1000 microfarad. Probably don't need it on this 4S build. I could probably use the smaller one. But, you know what? Just put the big one on. I don't care. The I put the cap on before the power lead because on the Hobby Wing 4-in-1 there's like little through holes for caps that I want to use. And so if I put the lead on first, I'll cover those holes by accident. Which would make it very hard to get the capacitor in. There's a lot of arm left past the motors. Yes, and that's because that's where the ducts will mount. Whenever I solder, the solder never flows smoothly from the iron to the pad and always sticks to the iron. The iron isn't hot enough, and you're not heating up the pad hot enough. So solder always moves to the hottest point. So you gotta use the iron to heat the pad, and then add solder to it. How long have you been in the Drone Racing League? I've been involved in the Drone Racing League since Season 1. I've been racing in the Drone Racing League since Season 2. If that answers your question. Invert FPV, it really just sounds to me like it's not hot enough. Or clean enough. Make sure your tip is super clean. What solder do you use? 6040. I don't know, I got this on Amazon. Oh, there, sorry. Oh, this got turned. My bad. Okay, feeling good about that. throw on our standoffs here. So we put the camera and VTX antenna. How's the nylon head up? It's split a couple times, but for the most part it's really good. I love the videos you post of this baby. Thank you. I appreciate that. Get excited, because we're basically going on a trip just to shoot with squirts in a really cool spot. So I am pumped about that. I'll probably be posting some Instagram stories and all that over the next few days, and then hopefully either late next week or late this week or early next week I'll get some YouTube videos out. Can you show the solder again? It's blue activity solder. I got it on Amazon. It's 6040, 1mm gauge. It's like this first result if you search solder on Amazon. When posted? It's not posted. Building this because of the round tripper crash? Partially, yeah, actually. Oh, no. No, I'm not. Actually, not at all. That one's still flying fine. Very exciting when posted commercial. It's not commercial, but it could be. You know, it's kind of a first. It's a first partnership with somebody, so we'll see. So you get this little. This is the little camera mount that comes with it. And actually, I don't like this little back piece. It's not necessary at all. And I'm gonna like fold in the sides, so I just get rid of that altogether. And then I'm gonna use my RunCam Racer that I won this weekend at a race. I used 30 years old solder from my granddad. It works perfectly. That's awesome, actually. That's really cool. This one's a different form factor than my last one. Ruh-roh. Use this little guy. Ah! Pooped it out. So I'll move that lens forward a bit so that I can poke it through the mount. Oh, I saw somebody ask a question about DRL back there. I missed it. What place have you come in the drone racing league? Last season 9th, this season 1st. Why the racer and not the eagle? Because I won the racer at a race yesterday and I have it available and I'm going to use it. They're very similar though. It's funny that solder doesn't have much of a tendency to corrode or go bad over time. How many years did you fly? I assume you mean how many years have you flown? And the answer to that is about almost closing in on 4 years actually. Wherever you're going, Paul, if there isn't any snow, can you take me with you? Well, we're going to be mostly indoors, so no, I can't take you with me. But shouldn't be any snow inside. I know, but you always use the racer. I guess that's true. It's newer, I guess. It's probably part of it. Just gonna poke my own hole here. How come not the Brother Hobby motors? At the beginning of the stream, I said that Rotor Geek sent these for me to try out on the Squirt specifically. I still love the Brother Hobby ones, and they work great, so don't worry. Yeah, come back here. Man, what the heck? I'm really struggling here. Just gonna modify this mount really quick. There, that's better. Forgot the washer. What happened to Willard FPV? Why is he quitting the hobby? Willard is quitting? It's news to me. Where did you hear that? Come on! Man, I'm riding the struggle bus all around town. There we go, finally. Willie is moving. Yeah, I don't think he's quitting. There we go. Oh, I was like waiting to discover that I just like put this in upside down or something. Damn it. Why is this hole so big, Andy? My washer is too small. Oh. Where'd that washer go? That I literally just pulled out. Oh. There we go. Now that's not going anywhere. My dad said he recorded a drone show for me on TV. It turns out it was you racing DRL. That's funny. Okay. So now we got all these wires to hook up. Which ESC is that? Hobbywing, yeah, 45, I believe, from the G2 stack. You run angle on that camera. Yeah, about 10, 15 degrees or so. Not a lot, just enough. That's all you really need for just putzing around with a little filming quad. Come on. Just trying to move these wires over to the side for when I have to add the XT30 later. Make my life a little easier. Sorry, Paul, just joined chat. Are the motors the Rotor Geeks 1407 3600? Yes. They are exactly that. That is not what's in the description, so sorry for that misleading information. What happened to our music? How about a new mood? Let's go with carefree. Show those tweezers. Yeah, you like that? So we can get it to focus a little better. I believe these are called alligator forceps. Okay. Do I need to do anything else straight to the thing? Use a 5-volt transmitter, so I don't need to worry about that. Yep, I should be able to just put the flight controller on now. I think this is my favorite part of the build right here. Thunk. And thunk. So satisfying. Are you sponsored by Hobbywing? Yes, I am. I want to put that XT30 on first. Nah, I can still reach it. It's fine. No reason not to do it right now. But mostly I just don't know where I'm going to get an XT30 here in my room. In my office. So I'm kind of like... just delaying. If I'm to be totally honest. So I'm gonna put the, I've got, running low on battery on my soldering iron here. So on RX and TX1 here, I'm going to wire up the UART control for the run cam racer so that you can change camera settings and all that. So RX is green, TX is brown. Trim these up a little bit. Oops. Green is RX, so it's going to the TX. And brown is TX, so it's going to RX. Cool. Just poke those back under there. Okay, I'm gonna do my VTX. What batteries do you use in the Cinewhoop? Typically 850 mAh 4-cell? Yeah. I'm not sure why the button is not like included by default on these. So you have to like install it manually. If you want it. It tends to be kind of useful though. My barn is on fire. Be right back. What? Doesn't really sound like a be right back sort of thing, to be honest. Just lick your finger and touch the contacts. That's actually not a bad idea. I've done it with tweezers before, where you just touch both at the same time. How do you wire up the camera on this FC? I already did. You missed it. What do you want to know? God dang it. Okay. So this one is video out, so it's going to go into the video in on the transmitter. Which is this. God, I never remember. I need to look it up. Sorry for the. Don't worry about the conversation. You guys are connecting. That's good. Just do it over here. TBS Unify Nano Manual. There it is. Okay. Okay, so I was right. So we want video out to go to video, and then 10 volt we skip, So we don't need it. Should have just used that for the camera, but whatever. It's ground. Use that to ground our Unify. And then it's R6, which we're going to skip because we don't need that. And then it's TX, which is going to be used for smart audio on the S tab. Oops, like that. I'm going to try that again. Come on. There we go. Just get rid of these guys. So we don't need them. And now we gotta run 5 volt from the FC to the VTX. We got a 5 volt rail right here. Let's run this yellow wire through underneath. And then that's going to go into 5 volt on the Unify. Actually, as I'm doing this, I'm realizing I maybe should have used a full-sized Unify for this. Dang it, now that battery's dead. How about this one? That one's a little fuller. Those nanos work damn good. They do, but this, I guess the Squirt could probably use 200 milliwatts for certain shots. But I guess 50 will have to suffice. Doink. There, now that's all wired up. I might swap it out at some point. Is there a reason to leave the cables loose? Which cables? I might just use this dipole for this, since it's not like I'm racing this thing. Didn't you shoot Flight of the Year with 25 milliwatts? No, it was on 200. Crossfire or S-Bus? S-Bus? Or Crossfire? Oh, because I was too lazy to trim them back. That's why I left them long. You had a Unify race? Yeah, I do have a couple of them. Yeah, you can take them out a kilo, but you can't go through like 40 walls as easily, is the issue. So I'm thinking like... I was thinking that having 200 might be better, because then you can get more penetration, hopefully. There you go. No reason to overcomplicate that. Okay, we need an XT30. I think I got one here. How do you rotate the ESCs? Oh, it's just a custom motor mapping. It's pretty easy. I've already got it mapped out that way on my other one, so I should be able to just copy paste the entire dump. That's what we're discussing, proper FPV. Price, availability. I also won this Unify, so I had an extra lying around. Come on. Alright, let's do a power test, shall we? Is anybody interested in seeing some explosions and smoke if I messed this up, which I hopefully didn't? We'll see. Three, two, one. I think this one might be totally flat, if I recall. I'm just trying to avoid going downstairs to get my other ones. Let's try this one. That's a good sign. Whew. So let's make sure we have video before we go on, which I'm going to have to go get my goggles anyway. That's just peachy. Pachichi. Googles. Googles, come here, Googles. Dead goggle battery. Not dead goggle battery. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got video. We good. Alright, receiver time. I need... So I've got this Crossfire Micro I want to use. Because, ironically, this really small quad is a lot of room to be built with. So I can afford the bigger receiver. But I'm going to save my little micro crossfires for racing quads. So I'm ironically using a bigger receiver and a smaller quad. Just noticed the ambient music playing in the background. Yeah, what do you think? Is it good, bad? Do you want something else? I'm gonna have to stick to licensed stuff, but I can change the mood up a little bit if you want. Oh yeah, it reminds me that the USB port is here instead of on the side. But like, even with this one, there's no way to ever get to your USB port anyway with the ducts on, so it's just like, you know, catch-22 sort of deal. Okay, the first one is ground. Let me cut these back a little bit. Congratulations on your latest win. Thank you. Will you zip tie the motor wires to the arms? I'm not totally sure. Once the ducts go on, it's going to change where the wires sit. Especially because like they cover the arms. So they'll kind of compress it naturally so that they'll not really be in the way anymore, you know? So like, I don't know if it's going to be necessary or not. We'll see. So I'm just kind of waiting to put the ducts on. I don't like how I did it on my other one, so I was kind of going to experiment with this one a bit. Why is the camera in 15 FPS? What camera? This camera? Or this camera? Your build pace is crazy fast. Is it? Do you always build so quick when not on the live stream? I take my time a little bit more, but it's not so different from my normal speed. Sometimes you just gotta get it done so you can get out and fly, you know? Ground, 5 volt, R3. Ground, 5 volt, R3. And if anybody's looking really closely, that wiring probably looks wrong, but I guarantee it's just this plug is colors are backwards. But I have it right. Oh, the face cam is just a really cheap, crappy camera. That's probably what you're seeing. I actually have a plan to upgrade that. I'd like for you to Skype sometime with students of the drone interest group. I'm teaching my high school students FPV. For sure. Why don't you reach out to me through my website, paulnercola.com. I think there's a link to it in the description. And shoot me a message through the contact form, and I'll email you back, and we can get talking about that. It's a great idea. Thanks for the $5. Okay, let's see if that receiver is wired properly by plugging it in. Yeah, it looks good. Let me grab my transmitter too. Sorry, keep having to walk out on you guys. Curious to know who's been in here the longest today. Oh yeah, it works. We're good. How long have you been in the stream today? Okay. I'm gonna take my other one top off so I can steal its dump. I like that these are only 4 screws to get it open. I like it when things are just 4 screws. One minute. All carbon just means he's not gonna give you prints. You can do the prints on your own. Till now. Oh, dang. See ya. Oh no, I did it backwards. Son of a gun. Oh well. It's not the end of the world. It's not even close to the end of the world. Just have to remember to rotate the FC 100%. Okay. Reach my key. keyboard here. I need a USB cable. Oh, where did they all disappear to? Alright, I'm not really jamming with this song. I'm gonna change it if that's okay with you guys. Maybe a little too fruity for me tonight. Doink. Just a happy mistake. Are you comparing me to Bob Ross right now? I've been watching since you started. Dang, there we go. That's the winner so far. Game stream. And then... put on some Eminem. I can't, because then I would get demonetized. Sorry. Actually, it might even mute the stream, which would be even worse. I'm back since you changed the song. I'm actually going to change the song again. I'm not digging this one either. Okay. Plug in our other drone here. Which I can freaking barely reach with this plug. Probably going to have to update this. 3.2, yep. Bootloader. Try that again. There we go. I'll put you guys at the quad so you can see it still. There it is. Omnibus F4 SD 3.5. Let's just do one since that's what the other one's on. Load firmware. I watch almost from the beginning and I'm from the UK. Oh dang, so it's like 4 in the morning for you. Flash. Alright, so I'm flashing 3.5.3. No, 0.1. And then I've got the dump in my clipboard from the other one to just paste in there. And then we just have to do the ESCs, flip the flight controller around, and then we're good. Bob Moss. I don't normally work on my desk, so it doesn't have a lot of room for tools, but I just didn't, I have my normal desk I have to stand at. I just didn't feel like standing, so. You said doink? Do you still have the doinker? Yeah, somewhere. At least I have one. Well, I have a frame probably. I probably don't have any components in it anymore. Okay. Configuration. I need this to be 180 degrees different from that, so that's going to be just flat out 90. And I'll turn the accelerometer back on so we can double check. Oh, that means my motor map is going to be wrong. No, is that right? Set up. No, my motor... Yeah, my motor mapping is going to be wrong, isn't it? This just got fun. Alright, clean some of this up. Instagram Nerk? What about it? Me? Am I on Instagram? Yes. It's just Nerk FPV. Okay. Configuration. That's good. Motors. Alright, plugging in a battery. Alright, 1 is 4. Dang, yep. Where does Shendrones ship from? Let's see, is that what you said? Yeah, New York City, I believe. Okay, so 4 moves 1. Oh, sorry. 1 moves 4. 2 moves 3. 3 moves 2. So 2 moves 1. Sorry, 4 moves 1. Okay. Motor resource. Oh, what's that command? Frick. Okay, so get rid of all these. So motor 1, what is currently motor 1 needs to be motor 4. So it should be B01. What is currently motor 2 should be motor 3. So that's A02. What is currently motor 3 should be motor 2. So that's B00. And then the last one is going to be A03. It's cool that you keep this kid friendly. Yes, it is kid friendly. I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to keep it kid friendly, but I'm also not trying to be flagrantly. Okay, we got 1, and it is correct direction. 2 is the wrong direction. 3 is the wrong direction. 4 is also the wrong direction. Is that right? 1's good. 2 is bad. 3 is bad. 4 is bad. Okay, alright. Okay. BL Heli 32. I don't want to download an update right now. Connect. Get all motors. Select 2. Reverse direction. Right. Select 3. Reverse direction. Right. Select 4. Reverse direction. Right. disconnect, reconnect, motors. 1 is good, 2 is good, 3 is good, 4 is good. It probably doesn't matter if you run props out, but I run props out on everything else, so it would be silly to not do it here because then I would just forget something and potentially really mess it up. Alright, let's try the radio and see if it's good. Nada. Okay. Why is that? Ports. UART 1 is not Xerox, it's UART 3. UART 1 is runcam device, and 6 is smart audio. Which we might have to add a 1000 resistor receiver. There we go. So now if we disconnect, we should be able to arm. Look at that. Cool. There's a ready to fly drone. Oh wait, I'm gonna do OSD font while I'm in here, so I always forget about that. OSD config should have come from the other one, yep. Font manager, beta flight, upload. Cool. Alright. Is that it? I think that's it. We lost our music again. Wow. How about like some jazz or something? Genre. Jazz. Get it all. It's gonna be all sexy up in here as I fill your ears with my jazz. Oh, yeah. Okay, go back to the workbench here. It seems appropriate as we're getting close to the end of the build. It's like, oh yeah, now things are starting to pick up. Need a 2 mil. It's 2.5. It looks like Drone Obsessed followed through on that contact form. So I'm just putting the screws through the ducts early because it's way easier to get them on when you do it this way. That was nobody friendly, our ear with your jazz. Actually didn't say who sent it, I just assumed because it was aptly timed. Can't see. Oh, sorry. I thought I clicked it. Oh, the camera's over here. Barnacle FPV, what's up? Nice work in Boston. Thank you. It's a really fun race out there. So there's 2 screws in the middle, and then 2 on the outsides, just like that. Now, I'm going to very carefully dab a little extra blue Loctite on these guys, because these are not locking nuts, so they have a tendency to vibrate themselves off, so it's like pretty much necessary on these guys. What's the weight of the ducts only? That's a good question. We could find that out. I got another set here that I can check in a second. Look at that. Where is my scale? It always disappears on me. Squirting around the Christmas tree. $60 grams, I guess, when you put 2 of them together. A little heavy, but they add about 100 and something grams of thrust, so the relative ratio of weight to loss gain is in their favor. Marginally, but in their favor nonetheless. Canadian Drone Hub. I feel like that could have been like FPV Tim Hortons or something like that. Or Tim Hortons FPV, Timmy's FPV. Happy Sunday. Hey Winston, your frame is right here. It looks identical to this one, but it's not this one. I'll bring it down though. We'll get it built on Monday night. It won't take long, I'm sure. I mean, I've done this one in like an hour. It's actually a super easy build, so love them. Love the Timmies for sure. I like Timmies. If I'm ever in Canada, I get Timmies instead of anything else. But I actually really do like Starbucks, so. Actually, that's what I call Air Canada. I call Air Canada Tim Hortons. Timmy's is Tim Hortons. It's a chain of, it's like Dunkin' Donuts for Canada. If you don't know what Dunkin' Donuts is, then you're not an American. I've seen a Tim Hortons or I've been to a Tim Hortons in Detroit somewhere. It's actually like a sketchy part of Detroit. It was pretty funny. It's just like, of all of the places for a Timmy's, this is not where I thought it was. I decided I don't want these antennas going underneath the frame directly. Shut, I moved them up and in. That's looking pretty good. Yeah? Just wish I could get a damn good burrito. Well, you ought to come to the States for that, my good sir. But you have hot pot, so it's okay. Christmas. Where do you come when you go to the States? Skadoosh. And don't answer something crass like the bathroom. Is this kit going to be linked in the description later? It's linked in the description now. Does Trappy really like Hot Pot, or does he like have bad experiences with it? Or are you talking about marijuana? Because I'm not. I'm talking about Hot Pot, baby. Sorry, I'm trying to find some... I don't have any cut down props right now, so I'm just going to throw a set of 3-inchers on here. Solve that problem later. There's a guy that was flying one of those at the last Buckeye FPV race here in Ohio. Yep. I'm sure. They're a blast, dude. Should definitely check them out. Sarasota. Okay. Florida. Winston, I saw your message. If you're still here, yeah, I think that would be fine. It doesn't need a lot of power. I just have these, so I put them in there. I don't even drink. Okay, I gotta find my prop tool. One sec. Did you go to the quad camp? I don't know if that's really Skadoosh's scene. Oh, these nuts are tight. Yeah, go ahead, clip that. Frick. I can't hold on to it tight enough to turn those without crushing my hand. And I don't have any motor pliers anymore. Find some more. I'm gonna find some more worn down prop nuts here that I can actually manipulate. Ow. Well, good job on that front, Rotor Geeks. There we go. Just barely. Oh, I'm gonna chew the crap out of my hand. Don't want to do that. That's not working either. Disappointed not to see either of you guys at Rampage. Yeah, I had a conflict. Otherwise, I would have been there. Nerd going is not an incentive. That's a reason to run. It's a lot of money to fly very little. Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about that, honestly. Yeah, but that's the same with any kind of event in FPV. You just gotta kind of go in with the anticipation that you could fly a lot more if you just went to the park, but it's about the people, it's about hanging out, having fun, making videos, that sort of stuff. What's a good budget module for Fat Shark Dominator V3? Dude, here's the thing. Don't cheap out on your vision stuff. You know, it's first person view. Like, being able to see is literally the most important part. So, you know, don't do that with a budget, is my advice for that. Okay. I think that's ready for a hover. We can ruin the hobby together. Oh, my ruining the hobby days are over. (16 by 9 HDO). No. No. Nobody wants that. That's the product nobody's asking for. That's weird. Like, two opposite motors aren't spinning up at all. What? Why would that be? Actually, you know what? I have one idea. I'm gonna try this first. Oops. God. No, I'm not in turtle mode. I tried it in turtle mode to see if it would spin up the motors anyway, and it wouldn't. So like this is turtle mode now, and you can see that that top one spins, and then the other one, and the other one, and the other one. So like I'm pushing forward right now, and one is spinning up, but not the other. Huh. But all of the motors were spinning up when we were doing the motor test. And like nothing has changed since then. Like my cable fall out partially or something. Let's see if we can spin them up in... Bird of flight. Oh no. Because the USB port is like way under there. Did you forget to save when you remapped the motors? No, because I tested it afterwards. Shit. I love quads. They're so much fun. All the time. They always work. Alexa, set desk lamp to white. Whoa, that lens is dirty. Games. Beta flight. Connect. Lipo. Motors. Now only two work. What? Do I like... So I did take a screwdriver and like slightly poke the windings, but it's not like I damaged them. See that? Check BL Heli, that's a good idea. And yeah, I should take off the props. Whoever said that was right. But they cut up my hands just putting them on, so figured I was in more danger to take them off than I was to... Yeah, White Knights, I get you, but if they're not working in the first place... Yep, it picks all of the ESCs up. It's at defaults. Do they make the full beep sequence when you connect power? The two that work do. If it's not connected. Now it should. Yeah, I don't feel this one do any of the initializations, for example. Swap a motor. Alright. Do this back left one. These always work and I love it. I'm worried that I stabbed my motor to death. Trying to get those props on. Well, the motors were fine when I tested them without props on. And I put the props on and I was not gentle with them, I'll be honest. But I might have stabbed it to death or something. So I don't think it's not a manufacturing fault, it's something that I've done because they've worked here since I started my build. Yeah, this is initializing. We killed it. Well, well, I'm a dumb butt. My bad. Swear to God, I've done that before and never had a problem with it. Killed 2 motors on the bench. That's amazing. Mine asked for feeling happy it's not me troubleshooting and still watching. No, you're not an ass for that. It's part of the entertainment value, right? It's like watching reality TV. You love the train wreck, right? Well, got some dead motors here. That's great. Oh, made it. Like, if these were something that, if I had bought these motors, I would actually probably feel worse. But, like, now I've got to go to Rotor Geeks and be like, hey, thanks for sending me the motors. I totally fucked them up on stream. Oh, yeah. Yep, that's fucked. I see it now. Yeah, she gone. Man, what an idiot. Yeah, that's. I guess I learned something new today. It's not something that I've ever messed up before. So, there you go. David Klein cringing. Yeah, exactly. Frick. 2 dead motors on the bench. Because I'm an idiot. That's what happened. David Klein is rolling over in his grave. Or not grave, because he's fine. Frick. I was really wanting to have this ready for tomorrow. I've got these T-motor 1407 motors that I could use, but they just didn't have enough juice for the whatchamacallit, and I don't think I have any other motors at all. I think I've got one more Rotor Geeks 1407, or no, not Rotor Geeks, Brother Hobby 1407, but that still leaves me one short. At least those are both 3600 kV, so there's a start. There's no way I can, like, and I need this. I don't need it because my other one works. You should order another motor tool when you order them new motors. Just the thought. Yeah, that's a great idea. Are the brothers about the same KV? Yes. 4S, yes. Can you fix them? No. They're not fixable. They are boned. But I mean, like, this one is still great, in great shape, honestly. So it's not like I need another quad or anything like that, but you know, having a backup is really, really nice because we're going to be shooting for a couple days. But I mean, if I kill it, I can rebuild it in a moment's notice. Yeah, is anyone in St. Louis with spare Brother Hobby or Rotor Geeks 1407 motors? What do they have at the shop, Winston? I have one extra Brother Hobby motor. Well, I can't let this stream end on such a low note, so let's put this back together and fly it around the house. Take it anyway, it's still most of a quad. Oh yeah, absolutely. So this is my current known working one. So I'll fly it around the house or something. Give me one sec. I gotta get my screen, some antennas. I gotta open some doors. Screen. Antenna. Winston, you want to ask in the Squirt group? Ask David to send you more and promise not to stab them. JDP Works, are you part of Rotor Geeks? What Betaflight do you use? 3.5 variants. No, but I fly with David. Okay. He's not watching, is he? That would be horrible. Yeah, 1407, 3600 kV is what I need. Pretty much any, I'm sure will be fine for now, for the next couple of days. I gotta figure out if any of these batteries are more charged. But yeah, that's the most important part is KV matching at this point. Kinda charged. And by kinda, I mean not really at all. I don't have a voltage testing tool for XT30s. Also storage. I just flew today. Like on an airplane. There we go. I broke the windings. Like the windings are like mushed. It's bad. There's no fixing it. I promise. I could take a picture and put it on Facebook later or something. Okay, let me go turn some lights on around the house really quick so I can actually see. I'll be right back. We're gonna freak the crap out of Kira. She hates this drone because of the sound it makes. which I think is totally reasonable, because it's really loud and annoying. There we go. I'll move this out of the way. Hey, Kira. Who's that drone? Is that a quadcopter? $15.5? What? I thought that one was... we'll see. One sec. Okay. Let's give this a whirl. Garage is in like winter mode right now, so it's pretty messy. Or at least it looks pretty messy. It's actually pretty well stacked back there. Oh, I just fail-safed. Oh, I'm running this on 10 milliwatts right now. It flies so much better without a GoPro on it. Kira's underneath my desk now. I just got back from a trip. I think I just hit that candle. This is too fast for in here. It's such a heavy quad, too. Silly dog. What are you doing? Kira, what are you doing? Okay. Out. Out. Get out of the office. If you're gonna be a chicken. Out. Get out. Okay. Leave. Oh, man. Well, I think that'll do it for tonight. $40 in motors. Just right there. Because I'm tired. Well, I need to get some sleep. I got some packing to do because I'm flying to whoops. Headed to St. Louis in the morning. I'm gonna do some cool filming with Cinewhoops. Unfortunately, not multiple Cinewhoops, but at least we have one that works. Just turned off my mic. My bad. You may not have a complete spare, but you have plenty of spare parts. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's it's just we only have limited time frames to be doing our shoots, and so if if I break something, then I've got to deal with fixing it and cutting into time and stuff like that. So it's just unfortunate. It's not the end of the world. I just want to be more prepared. So it is what it is. I'm not really that upset. I'm mostly just really tired. Yeah, like so last night I was at this race in Boston. I was at a race in Boston, and we wrapped up the race at about 2 and hung out until about 2:30 or so. Is that right? And my flight was at like 8 a.m. the next day, which is brutal in the first place after being up until 2:30. And so then instead of going to a hotel or whatever, I figured it made more sense to just go to a these are the podium pics. Look at that guy right there. I know him. Is there one of just me? Wait, what's going on here? um, but yeah, so I've gotta get some sleepy sleep because I gotta drive to St. Louis in the morning, which is like a 4-hour drive, and I'm horrible without sleep in general. Oh, there I am. Yeah, buddy. Represent them brands. What? Okay. Anyway. So, yeah, I'm gonna go get some sleep, get some flying, have some fun. Thanks for stopping by this episode of the FPV live stream. I hope you enjoyed yourself. But in the meantime, stay flying. If I can remember how to stop the stream. There we go. All right, for real. Goodbye.